You don't care what people say. All you need to do is to break your records. Look at me. I'm breaking my own records right now. As I'm doing this, this has never been done in my family. And it's for the first time someone in my family comes and do this. And I'm expecting more from those who are coming after me in my family, because I believe that when someone sets a record, someone must come and make a better record. So I believe that my family won't have this problem. They've got better problems to worry about. This is the thing. All of us are faced with starting all the time. You start this. You're the first one to get your license. You're the first one to get your matric certificate. You are the first one to get your varsity degree. You are the first one. You know, we need to get to a point where you're not the first one. You know the pressure is so high. I can't stop at master's level, because in my family, we've got 3 people already who are at master's level. I've got to be the first PhD, or I've got to be the first professor in my family. Be the first professor in your family. It's not impossible. Let me tell you, the word impossible, it's a combination of 2 words. One is I'm, and the other one is possible. So when people say it's impossible, you say you are right. I'm possible. When you say you are possible, it means you will make it happen. Because people who make it happen, they don't listen to spectators. People who make it happen, they listen to their God. Because you see, your God has created you to be number one. That's why the Bible says you are blessed going in, you are blessed going out. You are blessed in the field, you are blessed in the city. You are above and not beneath. You are over and not under. Everything that you touch turns into gold. Why? Because you are a walking gold mine. You are gold itself. When you walk, nobody can touch you. You are simply the best. You are untouchable. The Bible says you are fearfully and wonderfully made, which means you are tediously and meticulously made. So you are untouchable. You are untouchable. And I don't care who says what. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you. So you got to take ownership in terms of believing in you. You got to take ownership in terms of believing in your gift. You've got to take ownership in terms of believing in everything that is within you. Other people may not see it yet, because everything that comes that is great comes in a seed form. Most people always clap hands for the fruit, but they forget that the fruit was once a seed. And every tree started in the root. So most of the time, you've got to know that for you to get to the harvest stage, you've got to go through some stages for your growth. So don't give up because you are not there yet. You may be at your 5-2 of your life. Don't give up on that thing. Don't give up on the dream. It doesn't matter whether you're 40 years old right now or 20 years old. It doesn't matter. What matters is you are not giving up on your dream. You are taking ownership. I've seen people who are very old achieving things that they never thought they would achieve in their lives. They always had the dreams, but the truth is circumstances and situations and realities made them to realize that it was impossible for them to do that. But guess what? They started understanding the word impossible, that it means I'm possible, and they started making it possible for them to achieve their possible goals. Because you can only achieve your possible goals if you've got a possible and positive mindset. Your mindset will determine where you're going. You must dare to be a line crosser. You must dare to be different in your family. You must dare to be number one. Because if you dare to be number one, you begin to realize that all things are possible. And they are possible indeed. So people who take ownership, they've learned a power. And that power, I call it a power of positive influence. They influence others. People who are influencers are leaders. People who are influencers, they make things happen. People who are influencers, they don't leave something to someone else. People who are influencers, they are not excited that they are still in a taxi or a train or a bus. They are waiting for their day where they will go and pick up their new car, and that car would be fully paid for. Those are people who are influencers. People who are influencers, they set new trends. And I believe that I'm speaking to people who are about to set new trends. And you can set those new trends. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It's possible for you to set those new trends. So become a person who's an influencer. Let me just give you an example of people who are positive influencers. There are 3 things: a carrot, an egg, and a coffee bean. When you take a carrot and you boil it in boiling water, what happens? Talk to me, guys. What happens when you hoy a carrot in boiling water? It gets soft, eh? Yathamba, ne? Mawukhuphula temperature yamanzi, it gets even more soft, ne? But when you take an egg and you hoy it in boiling water, what happens? It gets hard. When you raise the temperature of the water, it gets even more harder. It starts to crack, eh? But when you take the coffee bean and you hoy it in boiling water, what happens? It dissolves, eh? And it turns water into coffee. So, my friend, you are not a carrot. You are neither an egg. But you, my friend, you are like a coffee bean.